I was brushing my teeth when my phone buzzed. 31 seconds. That's how long it took for my mother to erase me. You're out. Don't come back. We're done. No explanation. No fight. No warning. Just done. What she didn't realize, the house, the trust, the mortgage, the insurance policies, they were all tied to my name. By morning, there were 46 missed calls. By afternoon, their lawyer left a message that said, "We have a serious problem." They thought they were cutting me off. They forgot I was the one holding everything up. If you've ever been the responsible one, the fixer, the one who pays and patches and smooths everything over while everyone else takes credit, stay here. This isn't revenge in the screaming sense. It's something better. It's what happens when the person everyone leans on finally stands up straight. Subscribe, hit like, and let's get into it. My name is Mara. I'm 34. For 6 years, I was the unofficial CFO of my family. Not because I wanted to be, because someone had to be. My father passed when I was 26. Sudden heart failure. No real planning. Just grief and a stack of unpaid bills. My mom, Cynthia, had never managed finances. She managed appearances, church committees, neighborhood gossip, dinner parties. Money made her anxious. Responsibility made her resentful. So I stepped in. I handled probate. I sorted debt. I consolidated loans. I refinanced the house to stop foreclosure. The house I grew up in. The house still in my mother's name, but legally protected under a family trust one created. A trust one funded. Every tax payment, me. Insurance, me. Renovations, me. Emergency medical bills, me. If something broke, I fixed it. If something lapsed, I paid it. My younger brother, Colin, was 29 and perpetually finding himself. Translation, unemployed but opinionated. At family dinners, my mother would say things like, "Mara is just so good with numbers. It's her gift." Like I was doing Sudoku for fun, not carrying 3 adults. And I never complained, because I believed something stupid, that loyalty meant endurance. About 8 months ago, I started setting small boundaries. I declined to cover Colin's third business idea. I refused to co-sign a luxury SUV loan. I suggested they sell the house and downsize. That's when the temperature changed. My mother began making comments. "You've changed. You're cold lately. You act like we owe you something." The irony almost made me laugh. One Sunday dinner, Colin snapped, "You think because you make money you're better than us?" I remember gripping my fork, so hard my knuckles went white. Better? No, just exhausted. Tuesday, 9:42 p.m. I was in my apartment folding laundry. Completely normal night. The voicemail came through. Her voice was calm. Too calm. "Mara, this isn't working. You've been disrespectful and controlling. We need space. You're out of the trust. Don't come back to the house. We'll handle things ourselves." Click. I replayed it twice. My chest didn't tighten. It hollowed. Out. Of the trust? I built the trust. She didn't even understand what she was saying. I expected tears. Instead, I felt something colder. Clarity. I texted back one word. "Okay." Then I called my attorney. Here's what my mother never understood. The trust protected the house from debt, but I was the guarantor. The mortgage relied on my income statements. The insurance policy was in my name. Property taxes were auto-drafted from my account. Legally, they couldn't remove me without collapsing the structure. So I didn't argue. I froze the trust, paused all discretionary funding, removed myself as guarantor effective 30 days per contract. I didn't rage. I executed. Then I slept like a rock. I woke up to 17 missed calls. By noon, it was 46. Voicemails ranged from confused to furious. "Mara, what did you do?" The bank called. "We can't access the renovation funds." "You're being dramatic." Then came the lawyer. His tone was tight. "There appears to be a misunderstanding. If you withdraw, the mortgage covenant collapses. The house will enter review." I let the silence stretch. "I was told I'm out," I said. A pause. "Yes, but—" "No, I'm respecting her boundary." That was the first time in my life I said no without explaining. It felt terrifying and powerful. Within a week, the mortgage company flagged the file. Without my income backing it, they didn't qualify. Insurance lapsed because premiums weren't paid. The SUV loan Colin bragged about? Denied. My mother called crying. You're destroying us. I stood in my kitchen, staring at sunlight hitting the counter. For years, I believed protecting them meant absorbing damage. Now I understood something. They were comfortable because I was uncomfortable. And when I stepped out of position, everything tilted. 2 weeks later, I agreed to meet. Neutral location. Lawyer present. My mother looked smaller than I remembered. Not fragile, just exposed. Colin avoided eye contact. She started immediately. You overreacted. I slid my phone across the table and pressed play. Her voicemail filled the room. When it ended, the silence was thick. You said I was out, I replied. I believed you. You know I didn't mean it like that. I leaned back. For 6 years, I've paid over $1.4 million in expenses. I never asked for recognition, just basic respect. Colin scoffed. You're throwing money in our faces. No, I said quietly. I'm taking it out of yours. That landed. Hard. I offered 2 options. 1, sell the house. Split remaining equity per legal structure. Clean break. 2, refinance independently within 60 days and remove me entirely. No emotional speeches. No martyrdom. Just contracts. My mother tried one last manipulation. After everything I did for you. I met her eyes. What exactly did you do? She opened her mouth. Closed it. For the first time, there was no answer. They couldn't refinance. No stable income. Too much debt. 38 days later, the house went on the market. Watching the for sale sign go up felt surreal. That porch held my childhood. My father's laugh. Christmas mornings. But it also held years of quiet resentment. The house sold in 22 days. Not for what they hoped, but enough. After debts cleared, my portion of equity transferred directly to my account. 7 figures. Clean. Final. On closing day, my mother texted, I hope you're happy. I stared at the screen for a long time. I didn't feel happy. I felt steady. There's a difference. A week later, I moved into a place of my own. Smaller. Modern. Paid in full. No one else's name attached. No one else's expectations wired into the foundation. Colin moved into a rental. My mother downsized to a condo. For the first time, their survival depended on their own choices. And here's the twist. 3 months later, my mother called. Not to ask for money. To apologize. Not dramatic. Not theatrical. Just tired. I didn't realize how much you were carrying. That was the moment. Not the lawyer. Not the sale. That. Because she finally saw me. Not as a resource. As a person. This wasn't revenge. It was gravity. When you remove the thing holding everything up, structures reveal how stable they actually are. I learned something hard. Silence doesn't create peace. It creates dependency. And love without boundaries turns into obligation. Walking away didn't destroy my family. It forced them to stand. And it forced me to stop shrinking. If this story resonated, hit like. Share it with someone who needs permission to stop carrying what isn't theirs. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever been the one everyone depends on? And what happened when you stepped back? Subscribe for more stories where clarity hits harder than revenge ever could.